going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know how much I'm going to be actually able to say in this video, because this is a day I've been looking forward to for over 5 months now. This has been such a long time coming. All started with the minor accident with the car where I had to avoid someone, and it resulted in left-hand side damage on the car. I took that as the opportunity, as I said in the previous video, that I just wanted to clean things up, so I wanted to get a full respray done. All the suspension arms are changed, new steering rack, new wheels, tyres, wheel bearings. I just wanted to get the car fresh again, because there were certain things on the car that I just was starting to get unhappy with after spending so much money on it. I just wanted it to be clean, so I took this as the chance to do that, and we're finally here. And I'm picking the car up from Vision Accident Repair. Now, I've used these guys, this is the third time I've come to them. They've painted all my engine bay covers, they've painted my front bar previously, and now they've done all this work. Now, I've seen pictures of it, and I did see the car when it was partially back together, and I'll put a photo of that now. Absolutely killer. They've gone above and beyond once again. They've done things that I didn't even think of, and yeah, the car is insanely clean. It's finally fully back together, and I'm gonna get to drive it after over 5 months. I'm almost like shaking, like I can't wait to drive it again. It's going to be so good. So yeah, let's get into it, and I'll show you a bit once I've got the car. Here it is. Apologies about the wind, but it's finally back. So as I said, Vision Accident Repair in O'Connor in Perth, WA are the ones that have done the work. It is a full exterior respray, as well as in the door jambs, which I'll show you in a bit. I did go for the factory color again, just because it is 1 of 11 in the combo. I didn't want to take away from that fact, and being obviously that it's an F6E, I didn't want to totally stray from where it was. But before, in previous videos and even in photos and things, you wouldn't have seen that this car actually had a lot of swirl marks in it. Although they were minor, there was just a lot of them. It just started getting, yeah, a bit average. So it was paint corrected previously, probably about 2 years ago, and it was in need of that again, but it was just starting to get a bit thin, because obviously it's gone through, I think I'm the third owner of this car. So as I said, with the accident, it was just the perfect opportunity to get it all done and start fresh again. And yeah, absolutely love it. I can't believe it. It's there's a couple of little marks that need just touching up. A couple of little things, like you'll notice the badges are missing from the side, so they need to be put back on, and just a couple of little things. So we'll be going back in at some point for about a week just to get those things fixed. But yeah, honestly, I could not be happier with the paint itself. Considering that is straight off the gun, it is incredibly smooth. Love it. Now, the other thing I got done is these guards were rolled and pumped to fit the wheels, and the people that did it previously, I'm not going to name who it is, just did the most piss poor job ever. Basically, it was not even round, it was like an octagon, and it had pulled through the primer and the bog, and you could see the sand marks underneath the paint, and there was not much you could do about it. With the paint correction, it smoothed it a little bit, but it was still really average. So that is now totally fresh, and it looks insane. And they've modified the fitment again, so it is like beyond flush. So let's show you that. So as you can see, there's no more marks through the paint, so you could see them through that section there. And have a look how tight it is. That's it, fully aired out. Yeah, insane. Crazy. And it doesn't touch. So it's what they actually did as well is, the previous shop didn't actually roll and pump inside the guard, it was just the exterior. So that's now actually done, and it fits properly. So as flush as it is, it actually doesn't touch anywhere. So yeah, looks absolutely killer. Cannot get over it. So although it's a bit dirty, which you may or may not be able to see, it's just so much better than it's ever been since I've owned it. And yeah, I just can't get over it. As I've said, I mean, probably sound like a broken record, to be honest, but This has been a long time coming. As I said, it's almost 6 months, and since almost 4 years of owning the car, it's never looked this good. So it really has to be seen in person to be appreciated as much as it deserves. So the other thing that's all new is pretty much most of the suspension components. So it's got a new steering rack, it's got new wheel bearings, spherical bearings, suspension arms, tie rods, like everything, pretty much everything. Control arms, rear control blade arms, upper control arms, they are all new. So this thing drives so tight now, and it drives insane. So I went for the Super Pro upper control arms in the front, and I've done the Super Pro control blade arms on the rear. So they come with the polyurethane bushings now in those parts, so it is the full arm that you can get from Super Pro. It really tightens up how these cars are. It's amazing how much movement you get with those rear control blade arms and the front upper control arms. So I would recommend that for anyone, honestly, with an FG Falcon or even a B series. Look into doing just those. Obviously, if you do too many, it starts getting way too harsh to drive. It's amazing the difference you get out of such a cheap modification to really change how the car feels to drive. So I did those, and as I said, new steering rack, suspension arms, wheel bearings, all those have been done. Steering knuckles have been done. So this thing is beyond tight now to drive, and it feels incredible. That's pretty much going to do it for this one anyway. The next thing that'll be happening, which I'm going in next week, I'm not sure upload wise where this is going to fit in, but next week it's going in to get this stage 4 6R80 built auto in it, ZF auto, through Monster Talk, as well as an external transcooler with a thermo fan setup. So I'll be doing that next week, and then I've got the 1500 Ks of run-in around town, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, so that'll be that, and then we can start looking at fitting that 64, 66 turbo and the 4-inch exhaust and everything, and start shooting for that 10-second pass. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, I just got back home, had to take a bit of a detour because I got contacted on my way back by Simon from Wheel Gleam. He's moved to Bayswater in Perth. Now, he does all sorts of polishing. I'd sent my turbo to him about 2 weeks ago to get the cold side polished and coated, which he's done, and it looks incredible. He has done an absolutely killer job on this one. I'll show you real quick. Like, it looks incredible. It's going to pick up on all the other parts in the bay that are already polished or billet. This has been ceramic coated as well. He even did the bolts on the back. Like, I highly recommend his work. If you're in Perth, honestly, hit him up. It's even who Monster Talk uses for all their polishing, as an example. Some people also commented that I've already seen the turbo on my Facebook and Instagram, that why didn't I get the precision turbo embossing like smoothed out, for example, and just gone straight across. I actually wanted to keep that there. I like the brand, and I just wanted to show it off, to be honest. It's a turbo that I've wanted for so long, many years now, and I just wanted to show off the fact that I had one, to be honest. So a little bit wanky, but it's what I wanted. But that is going to be absolutely killer. I really cannot stop looking at that, so keen to get that on. It's probably not going to go on for a little while, though, unfortunately. But this week, something very, very cool is coming up, and something that's been in the works for well over a year now is finally happening. So I'm beyond keen for that. That's going to be insane. But it is going to take a while before I can get to the stage to put this turbo on. Realistically, probably about 2 months. And then once it's on, it's going to be all go. It's going to be killer. I'm beyond keen. But yeah, I'll give you another look, and hope you guys enjoy, and see you in the next one.